Hi Abhisar, I am Samriddhi.
Hi, Samriddhi ma'am.
Hi, please tell me something about yourself, Bache.
Uh, ma'am, this is Abhishar Singh,
Hmm?
originally from Singrauli, Madhya Pradesh, and I'm currently pursuing my first year at Nalsar University of Law, Hyderabad. The session has just started, so I'm trying to like settle down here, and it's quite good to study all those subjects that we aspired someday studying in Bhopal, preparing for CLAT.
What was your AIR?
My AIR was 177.
All right. So, Bache, how is your experience in Nalsar?
Nalsar, I don't have that much stuff to speak, but whatever I collected in the span of like 4 to 5 days,
Hmm.
it's quite good. The campus is actually very beautiful. Faculties are like so erudite. I go wordless to speak about them. And moreover, the seniors here are actually the level of cooperation they show for us. And again, the diversity of the students. So it's quite good to meet and greet all the talents of the India, so to speak.
All right. अच्छा बच्चे तो आप मुझे बताए थे you are from Singrauli and you moved
Yes.
to Bhopal for studying
Yes.
for CLAT. So how
Yes.
was the experience? Why did you move from Singrauli to Bhopal and what was the plan and behind that?
Basically, the problem with Singrauli was when I took the CLAT of 2022 with my boards. Like my boards ended on 13th of June and the CLAT was on 19th of June. And moreover, there was no such facility of coaching at Singrauli there. So I actually took the crash course of LegalEdge. And so there was this lacking of an offline culture and interacting with the teachers like face to face and like because the offline entire environment is entirely different now from that one of the online. So I just craved for that thing. So because and during the class 2022, my AIR was 1091. So I got CNLU in the first list. But I was like damn clear that I'll take full draw because I wanted that pinch of that feel of offline coaching. And Bhopal being a city that I entirely relate to my some of my relatives stay there, and also being the headquarters of LegalEdge, so I preferred going for Bhopal, and also the fact that next flat was just 6 months away. Yeah,
As you mentioned, just 6 months to CLAT. So what was मतलब when the notification came कि now the CLAT would एक साल में 2 बार होना है and just 6 months. So did
yeah,
it
yeah.
shock you or anything because you might have had plans कि यार एक साल पूरा पढ़ने के plans होंगे and suddenly the notification came कि it will be in December. How did you deal with that and what was the feeling altogether?
Feeling at the outset about the CLAT was I was like really excited when this notification came because for me it was like again sitting a whole lot of year and preparing for the same. So 6 months was like it would be intense. I knew it would be intense, but moreover it would be a lot excitement, full of excitement. So I went for it. But again, when the ALET notification came, that even it will be happening on December itself, that was something really shocking and daunting for all of us at the legal edge. And I remember going to the DCS and going to Smriti ma'am and getting those tips like what to do and when to do and all those like we were just botched up at that point of time.
Okay. So how was your journey in legal edge?
Legal Edge at the when I at the Bhopal itself when I was in the Warriors batch, it was quite good because I didn't expect that much of facilities and that much of areas of coverage that Legal Edge provides, like even GK Fiesta and apart from all those flat hosted classes and all those GCS and counseling and all such stuff. So it was quite like Legal Edge was involved in each and every sphere of my preparation. So we were like entirely connected with some teacher or the other. So about our whole day went just about CLAT, LegalEdge CLAT. So that was a great guardian in my preparation, LegalEdge. Yeah.
So when you shifted from Singrauli to Bhopal, did you face problems? Yeah, matlab, it was okay. Or how legal edge environment was?
Like shifting to Bhopal wasn't that much of a hectic thing for me. But yeah, just going to finding out hostels and mess and that MP Nagar Zone 2 area that covers all of the most of the coaching institutions. So it was quite good to stay there. Like LegalEdge building is there, and just in front of it, my hostel was, and just nearly it was the mess. So I remember those days here itself, here also, those days of preparation. So it wasn't that hard, but yeah, something new uh, usually happens to seem like hard and something strange. But once you get used to it, it doesn't seem like that.
Okay. Yeah. So as you were a dropper, right? So how did you manage your time? Because it was a complete day for preparation and it was
Yeah,
CLAT. So how did you
yeah.
manage your time? How did you schedule it? And what all things you did?
It was basically all about just mocks on weekends and sectionals on the weekdays. Sectionals, classes, and GK. That is like we did a lot for GK, and for that matter, GK a bit backstabbed in the paper itself. But yeah, the guidance actually that was provided by our faculties at the Legal Edge was quite actually amazing.
So, Abhisar, we always face a lot of problems in every journey. So, in CLAT
Yeah.
also you might have faced certain problems related to preparation हो सकती है, बहुत सारी चीजें हो सकती है. So, what all those problems were and how did you resolve it so that you can help those kids also out there कि यार ऐसा नहीं है कि ये प्रॉब्लम का कभी solution नहीं होता.
Yeah, actually, I would like to just mention about that stagnant point of the Moss marks, and even Herster also oftenly mentioned about this because there's this point of stagnation in the Moss. Like my first score was 28 in legal edge Moss, someday around March, or maybe March 2020. So from there, I was like about it was 15 to 20 marks, 15 to 20 mocks, in which I was like averagely scoring around 70 to 80 to 90. So that was my point of stagnation. Like I was dumbstruck. I was amazed to like, what do I do and where should I go? Whose counseling should I take? Matlab, where am I lacking? So oftenly there are self doubts when such points come. But again, you'll have to trust yourself. You'll have to trust your preparation, like if you are giving your best. So it was like I often didn't go to the hundreds and hundreds in all of my mocks. It was like generally an usual flat prep guy, 70 to 80, struggling with that point of stagnation. But again, you need to more. I think more you need to focus on your skill set that the CLAT expects from you more than the mock score because again, it is the CLAT score that matters in the counseling and not the mock scores. You just need to check your improvements. Are you actually improving? Are your skill set actually improving? So
So, what would be your suggestions to our droppers?
droppers, okay, that is something good. Actually, I would like to say them ki they need to trust themselves during the whole course of preparation because again, they don't have school. So the whole day and the whole mindset is just about CLAT, CLAT, and CLAT. So there will be self doubts. There will be some times that they'll be down in the dumps. But again, yeah, actually, they need to connect with the faculties and the people at the legal edge because they actually help a lot. Because at the time of when they're down in the dumps, so again, it's about how you improve. So just take a note that you are improving gradually, and subsequently, the D day of the class will be yours.
Okay. So, how did you utilize your resources to the optimum level? Whatever resources you had CLAT के लिए, whatever study materials and everything, how can a student or how did you utilize them to the optimum level?
Okay. So one thing is like taking sectional tests and mocks, but the other and the one of the most important thing is analyzing them. Because again, let's take an example. Like the GK section doesn't have a lot to do with the analysis because it's about facts. So you can get like this topic wasn't in my list of the GK notes, so you can go and dig up about that topic and you'll be done. But again, it's about the RC sections, RCCR and legal. You'll have to analyze like where did you go wrong in the thinking itself? What was the thinking of the examiner or the answer? Where did it go? And where was your thinking going? Like you need to match that disconnect between the answers. And then and there you'll be done. If in case you match that disconnect and it'll be great. Because then you'll be knowing like how the examiner thinks while making questions.
Yeah.
The yeah.
Okay. So, what would be your tips to our students? Because just 5 months for CLAT, right? So, what
Yeah.
should be done in these 5 months? That ki aap matlab you might get some of our students there, and you would be their senior.
Yeah. I like to suggest them that just utilize your resources and you'll be great enough. You'll be at the great point to be at Nalsar or NLUD or NLS anywhere or other NLUs. So just utilize your resources well that you have been provided and just be in that sphere of CLAD preparation that you know and analyze your preparation yourselves only. Like where am I lacking? Which one is my strength? Which one is my weakness? And then take both of them at the same level. Try to. So it's about like again, it's about improvements of the weak sections of yours. Once and when they reach the same level, some optimum level, and you'll be at the great place to take class.
So, as you told me, your first mock score was something around 28. So, from
Yeah,
there, how was the journey? Did you get demotivated at times? क्या feel होता था? And how did you cope up with that? Because this is a story of every student, I guess. कि initially, तो we don't get into mock scores, but students start giving up. So, what would be?
yeah.
मतलब how did you tackle with this?
Actually, I'll also like to highlight those people who aren't that active readers and bibliophiles like me. Matlab, even I wasn't. I wasn't an active reader before the CLAT, and it was the CLAT preparation that forced me into reading. Okay, go read, and here at an LUs you just have to read. So it's about that. So also, you'll have to like from 28, what my journey was like at the 28. Of course, anyone would be down in the dumps. So, but again, after 28, you need to be optimistic about your next mock. You need to put down your mistakes, like you need to jot down your mistakes, like here I went wrong and here I went like absolutely great. Just jot down those things in a specific piece of paper. Just write the mock number and jot down those points about that specific mock. Just apply them to the next mock itself. And with this gradual improvement, you will see at the end, you will be like from 28, the sky will be the limit. Because from 28 or some 40, 50, 60, you have a huge scope of improvement. Like you can easily go up to 80, 90, 100. But again, at the 100, 80, 90, after that, you don't have that much of scope of improvement. Those are the nitty gritties that you need to work upon. So, from if you are going with a low score range in your scores, then man, you need to understand that you have a huge scope of improvement. So either here or there, you can like try hard enough and get it.
All right. So, CLAT as a journey for everyone is like full of bad phases and good phases. Bad phases usually demotivate you. Good phases might make you either overconfident या फिर हम थोड़ा सा मेहनत में नीचे हो जाते हैं. So, how did you balance or manage these good phases and bad phases?
First of all, I'd like to highlight my good phases and bad phases. Then accordingly, I'll come to the answer. Like my again, the bad phase was that point of stagnation from 70 to 80. I actually counted. I went to the top rankers portal and actually counted like how many mocks since I've been ranging between 70 to it was around 15 to 20. So after that, some good phases were just before class. I went around 96, 98, 90s, then hundreds even sometimes. So these were my good phases and bad phases. But again, I know bad phases are actually bad. And that too when you are away from your home. They are like literally pathetic, accompanied by the mess food that has been provided by the private.
Peer pressure.
So I know. Yeah. So, but when you are in that environment, na, just stay with your buddies in the LegalEdge and that your preparation environment. Because again, those vibes when they are exchanged, na, it will help you a lot. Just don't be isolated while you're preparing because you'll share your bad faces, the other person will share theirs, and that will like match the things up. So if you are in a group, so that helps a lot. That actually helped me a lot. So during the bad phases, you can go this way. And the good phases, again, you need to understand that there are many, again, stalwarts than you because on the D Day, if you go a minute wrong or 2 minutes wrong, you'll botch up the things. So you just need to keep calm and composed because this exam just smashes away the arrogance, if any, if you are entering with any arrogance in the exam hall.
So this again follows the next question because you told this exam is being the most unpredictable one. So CLAT is an exam based on your mindset. Comment.
Yes, agreed.
So what would be your say on this? The how मतलब, agreed, but how? मतलब, substantiate.
As yeah. I would like to quote that phrase that I usually heard from the LegalEdge YouTube videos: expect the unexpected. So just be ready for those things. But yeah, again, I always stress upon the point that you need to follow and you need to just be behind the skill set that is needed for the exam. Because again, there might be something out of the syllabus, but there won't be anything out of the skill set that they are expecting, the consortium, what they are expecting.
Yeah.
So just go with all those skill sets behind your back, and then again, in the cloud, sky will be the limit.
Okay. Anything you would like to add on, or anything I might not have asked and you want to suggest or say?
Just try to read a lot because and try to read a lot and even something intense about uh, either about law or anything like that. Because even after the CLAT prep, once and when you enter the law school, you'll get that why is it crucially important? Why does it play the pivotal role in the CLAT that it actually plays? So you need to read a lot, and because it actually will help in the CLAT itself and at the law schools also. So the reading is the key.
All right. Anything else you
Yeah,
want to add on?
I think that would suffice. Just, just be, just reflect your thoughts while you're preparing. Reflect your thoughts, introspect, and if with nobody else, just introspect like where am I going wrong. And at times, when you draw mental maps, it's not that convenient to like jot down things, but to structureize things. But you can also like use a pen and paper and like just introspect like where did I come, where am I going, and where am I right now in that sphere of preparation. So you need to just track your preparation yourself from a third person perspective.
Right.
If you will be just what I actually did now, that I'll be guiding myself as I have cleared already. So while I'm preparing, I'll try to guide myself like, okay, I should do this. I should ideally do this because again, the main points are the same. What the faculties would say, what the coaching would say, the main points are the same. But again, at the end of the day, it's you who will have to progress in your preparation path.
All right. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Abhisar. Thank you. Thank you for your insights.